Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the home schools. I am Mr. Sharan here. In this video, we will be discussing about an overview of PUC Commerce Accountancy subject. So that is, we are going to discuss about overview of accountancy. Okay. So, accountancy is one of the very important subject in a course called commerce. So, to understand this subject called accountancy, we will need to understand about different types of the business. Okay, so say an example that you will go to the nearest provision stores to buy some groceries. So, that provision store is of a sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship in the sense, a single person is carrying out a business. That is called as a sole proprietorship. If a single person carries a business, then it is called as a sole proprietorship. Okay, so we have a even more different type of the business. So if two or more persons carries a business, then it is called as a what? Partnership firm. Then it is called as a what? Partnership firm. Okay, and even if we have a 50 and above and we are starting with the company, then it is called as a what? Joint stock company. Then it is termed as a what? Joint stock company. Okay, so we have these three types of the businesses. One is a sole proprietorship. Mean to say, if a single person carries out a business, remember, complete business will be under him. He is a whole and sole responsible for everything. If the business earns a profit, he will only take. If the business loses money, he will also lose the money. That is a what? Sole proprietorship. In a partnership firm, as we already know that, we have a two or more persons. So all the people are responsible for everything. Here one person is representative and the owner of all other people. So here that is the partnership firm. In a joint stock company, we have a different types. So those types we are going to discuss in the future classes. So why I am telling these three in the sense, our accountancy subject for a PU Commerce is mainly for these three type of the businesses. We have accounts for sole proprietorship and we have accounts for partnership. At the same time, we have accounts for joint stock company. So now you might be getting confused where we are going to study all these things. So, complete PUC-1 or class 11 accountancy is for sole proprietorship. Complete PUC first year accountancy is for sole proprietorship firm. And PU second year accountancy has been for partnership firm. At the same time, it is for what? Joint stock company. Complete PUC-1, you are going to study for sole proprietorship firm, and the PUC-2, we are going to study for partnership firm and the joint stock company. So, to say the brief of our accountancy subject in the first PUC, we have a total of 11 chapters. We have a total of 11 chapters to study under the first PUC, and at the same time we have a 6 chapters for a PUC2 which are related to partnership firm, and 5 chapters we have for joint stock company. So total in the second PUC also we have a 11 chapters to read. In the first PUC, 11 chapters completely for sole proprietorship. In a second PUC, we have 11 chapters. In that, 6 chapters is for partnership firm and 5 chapters is for a joint stock company. Now, in a first PUC, we are going to start with the subject of, in a first PUC, we are going to start with the subject in a first PUC, we are going to start with the chapter called Introduction to Accounting. So that is the first chapter. In an Introduction to Accounting, we are going to study about the concepts called what do you mean by the accounting and what are the features of accounting, objectives of accounting, everything. Complete basics of accounting we are going to study in the first chapter called Introduction to the Accounting. Remember, in a first chapter, that is Introduction to Accounting, the main important thing to read and understand is the basic terms. Basic terms. So this is the most important topic which we are going to study in the first chapter, because if you know the basic terms which we used in accountancy, then only we will understand the further concepts. So this is the main important concepts which we need to study in the first chapter called the Introduction to Accounting. Then second chapter we have a theory basis of accounting. In that theory basis of accounting, we are going to study about the basic concepts of accounting. In the first chapter, the most important concept to read is basic terms of accounting, and in the second chapter, basic concepts which are used in the accounting. So these are all the two subjects, which two chapters, or we can say two concepts which we need to study under the first two chapters. Then the next, in the third chapter, that is recording of a transaction 1, and the fourth chapter is recording of a transaction 2. These are the very, very important concepts to read, because in the recording of a transactions 1, we are going to study about preparation of journal entries, posting them into the ledger account, preparation of journal entries, posting them into the ledger account, and preparation of the trial balance. So this we are going to study in the third chapter. First chapter is Introduction to Accounting, second chapter is Theory Basis of Accounting, and the third chapter is Recording of the Transactions 1, and the fourth chapter is Recording of a Transactions 2. In this Recording of a Transactions 2, we are going to study about completely how to prepare the cash book and how to prepare the subsidiary book. How to prepare a cash book and how to prepare a subsidiary book. Cash book, we have a different kinds of the cash book. Like we have a single column cash book, we have a double column cash book, and we have a petty cash book. And similarly, in the subsidiary book, we have a purchase book, we have a sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills receivable book, and bills payable book, and also we have a journal proper. So all those concepts we are going to study in the subsidiary book, and in the cash book we are going to study in the single column cash book, double column cash book, and a petty cash book. So these 4 chapters are very much important to understand about the further accountancy classes. First chapter, Introduction to Accounting. In that chapter, very important concept to understand is basic terms. Second chapter is Theory Basis of Accounting. In that chapter, the most important concept to understand is basic concepts. And the third chapter is recording of a transaction 1. In that we are going to study about how to prepare a journal entries, how to prepare a ledger account, and also how to prepare a trial balance. And in a fourth chapter, that is a recording of a transaction 2, we are going to study about how to prepare a cash book and how to prepare a subsidiary book. Remember, first two chapters are completely theory. From the third chapter, it is of a purely practicals. Okay, so to solve these practical problems, you must be thorough with the first two chapters. So this is the first 4 chapters which we are going to study in the PUC-1. And next, fifth chapter we are going to study is BRS. That is called a bank reconciliation statement. So in this bank reconciliation statement, we are going to study about how we need to balance bank balance as per the business cash book, at the same time bank balance as per the passbook. We will be having different values. So bank balance might be different in a cash book, at the same time bank balance might be other value in the passbook. So we need to identify why there is that much of the difference. And once we identify, we need to rectify that. So that we are going to study in the chapter called bank reconciliation statement. Now in the 6th chapter, we have trial balance and rectification of errors. Trial balance and rectification of errors. This we are going to study in the 6th chapter. Trial balance means, as we already know that after a preparation of a ledger account, we need to prepare a trial balance. Trial balance, we have a concept of a debit and the credit balance. If the debit and the credit balance is same, then we can say that our journal entries, ledger accounts are proper. If there is a difference between the debit balance and the credit balance in the trial balance, then we can say that we have done something wrong. So if we have anything wrong, then we need to rectify that error. So we are going to prepare the trial balance. If at all, if we have something wrong, or if at all, if we have a difference amount, then we are going to rectify that. So that everything we are going to study in the 6th chapter. First chapter is Introduction to Accounting. Second chapter is Theory Basis of Accounting. Third chapter is Recording of a Transaction 1. Fourth chapter is Recording of a Transaction 2. Fifth chapter is Bank Reconciliation Statement. Sixth chapter is Trial Balance and Rectification of Errors. Now, in the 7th chapter, we are going to study about depreciation. We are going to study about a depreciation. We already know that what is depreciation. Depreciation means, in simple, reduction in the value of an asset. Say an example, you have the car which you bought on 2021, and when you are bought that, the value of the car would be around 6 lakh. Now after 2 years, if you go and sell that car, you cannot sell it for 6 lakh rupees. You will be selling it for lesser than that. Say an example, 4 lakh or 3.5 lakh rupees. Here the value of a car has been reduced. From 6 lakh it has become a 4 lakh. So that process of reduction in the value of asset is called as what? Depreciation. So how we are going to understand that depreciation? We have two methods. We have a method of straight line and we have a method of written down value. Both methods we are going to study in this chapter called depreciation. Then 8th chapter, we have this bill of exchange. Bill of exchange. This is the 8th chapter. So in this bill of exchange, we are going to study about drawer, drawee, credit purchases, credit sales. All those things we are going to study in the chapter called bill of exchange. In the next chapter, that is 9th and 10th, both the chapter are parallel, that is financial statements. Financial statements. So 9th chapter is financial statement 1 and the 10th chapter is financial statement 2. In this financial statement 1 and 2, we are going to study about how we need to prepare a trading account, how we need to prepare a profit and loss account, and how we need to prepare the balance sheet. So we are starting from how to enter the journal entries and we are ending up with how to prepare a balance sheet. So this is completely about the sole proprietorship accounts. Okay, so first chapter is Introduction to Accounting. Second chapter is Theory Basis of Accounting. Third chapter is Recording of Transaction 1. Fourth chapter is Recording of Transaction 2. Fifth chapter is Bank Reconciliation Statement. Sixth chapter is Trial Balance and Rectification of Errors. Seventh chapter is Depreciation. Eighth chapter is Bill of Exchange. Ninth is Financial Statement 1 and 10th is Financial Statement 2. So after Financial Statement 2 is done, the last chapter we have a accounts from incomplete records. Accounts from incomplete records. So in this chapter, we might be missed while entering into the accounts. So if we missed that, then how we are going to enter it? That we are going to study in the chapter called Incomplete Records. This is all about the first PUC accounts. So in the further videos, each and every concept we are going to study in detail. Okay, we are not rushing to complete the syllabus, so we are not rushing to reach everyone. Slowly and perfectly we are going to understand the each and every concepts in all the chapters. This is all about the PU1. Then when it comes to the second PUC, we have two parts as I said. We have accounts for partnership firm and we have accounts for joint stock company. In accounting for the partnership firms or the first part of our second PUC, we have the first chapter called NPO. That is accounting for not for profit organization. Here the name itself says this organization is not for profit. It is purely for a service oriented business. But here solely, a single person is not running the business. We have a group of the people. That is the reason this is into the partnership. The first chapter we are going to study is the NPO, that is not for profit organization. Then second chapter is from the second chapters to fifth or sixth chapter, it's purely the profit based oriented business. That is the partnership firm. So in the second chapter, we are going to study about basic concepts of partnership firm. Basic concepts mean to say how we are going to calculate interest on our drawings, how we are going to calculate interest on a capital, how we are going to calculate a sacrifice ratio, new profit sharing ratio. Everything we are going to discuss in the chapter called basic concepts of the partnership. And the third, we have the admission of a partner. Admission of a partner. Okay, so here say an example, a firm which is running with the three partners already. If one partner is getting admitted into the same firm, then there will be a total 4 partners. At that time, accounts are going to change. So that we are going to study in the chapter called Admission of a Partner. In the admission of a partner, we are going to prepare the revaluation account, we are going to prepare the partner's capital account, and also we are going to prepare a balance sheet. That is admission of a partner. Second one. Next we are going to study about retirement of a partner. So in the basic concept, we are going to understand about how the partnership firm is going to run with the interest on a capital, interest on drawings, everything. And in the third chapter, if a new partner enters into the firm, then complete firm's accounts will change. That we are going to prepare here. And in the fourth chapter, if one partner is retired from the firm, then again the accounts are going to change. That we are going to study in the chapter called retirement of partner. Then the next we have this concept called death of a partner. We have the concept called what? Death of a partner. And at last chapter, we have the concept of dissolution. So these are the 6 very important chapters which are related to the first part of the second PUC, that is the partnership firms. Second part of the second PU is of joint stock company. In this second part, the first chapter is all about accounting for a share capital. So here we are going to discuss about how we need to allot a shares, how we need to prepare a journal entries for forfeiture of a share and reissue of a share. That we are going to study in detail in the further classes. Share capital. Then second chapter is of debentures. Third chapter is of financial statement of a company. Fourth chapter is analysis of financial statement, and the fifth chapter is ratio analysis, and at last we have the cash flow statement. So those are all the chapters which we are going to study in the second part of your second PUC. Okay, so this is the brief of complete different chapters of your first PUC and second PUC. In upcoming videos, we will be starting with the basic terms and introduction to accounting, everything. Remember, each and every important update which are related to your PUC commerce or which are related to the accountancy will be posting in this YouTube channel. We are going to cover complete pattern, or we are going to cover completely of your PUC commerce subjects. So mainly we are concentrating on accountancy subject, we are concentrating on the business studies subject. At the same time, we are also concentrating on the subjects called statistics. So slowly we will start with the main subject in the commerce, that is accounting, or we can say it is accountancy. So in further videos, we will be starting up with the concepts called introduction to the accounting. So this is all about this video, that is overview of accountancy. So just glance again. First PUC, we are going to study the first chapter called introduction to accounting. Second chapter is theory basis of accounting. Third chapter is recording of a transaction 1. Fourth chapter is recording of transaction 2. Fifth chapter is bank reconciliation statement. Sixth chapter is trial balance and rectification of errors. Seventh chapter is depreciation. Eighth chapter is bill of exchange. Ninth chapter is financial statement 1. 10th chapter is financial statement 2. And 11th chapter is accounts from incomplete records. These are all the chapters which we need to study in the first PUC. Remember, the first PUC accountancy is completely related to the sole proprietorship. In second PUC accountancy, it is related to the partnership firm and joint stock company. In the partnership firm, we are going to study about the 6 chapters, that is accounting for not-for-profit organization, then basic concepts of the partnership firm, then admission of a partner, retirement of a partner, death of a partner, and dissolution of the partnership firm. This is the first part in the second PUC. Second part in the second PUC is purely of joint stock company accounts. In that, the first chapter is accounting for share capital. Second chapter is accounting for the debentures. Third chapter is financial statement of a company. Fourth chapter is analysis of financial statement. Fifth chapter is ratio analysis, and the sixth chapter is cash flow statement. So these are all the chapters which we need to study in the further videos. So in the next video, we will be starting up with the meaning of accounting and the features of accounting. Thank you, students.